1, 2, 3, and what's your favorite scary movie? Is it creepy? Is it groovy? Mashor! Hey, all you cats and kittens. Nope. Happy fall, y'all. No, definitely not. Hey, everyone, and welcome to Mashor. I'm your host, Allison Sherberg, and on this mini video series, I'm going to be talking about horror movies, wearing face masks, and drinking spooky-themed cocktails. Tonight, my wonderful husband has made me a Bloody Mary, so thank you, Tommy O'Neill, who is playing Call of Duty right now and can't hear a word I'm saying. All right, that was the most awkward pause I've ever done in my life. Okay, so these videos are going to be about 5 minutes long because I know your time is precious. And I just, with COVID and everything, I was like, I can't do makeup tutorials. I'm not that talented. I can't do magic. I don't know. I was just like, face mask sounds like the thing to do. We're all stuck at home for the most part. I'm stressed up the wazoo, so acne is very much a theme on my face. So I thought, why not do some great things for me? Talk about one of my favorite hobbies, which is a passion of mine, horror movies, as well as doing something good for my face every night that I make this video. And, it just kind of worked out that way. So Mashor, face masks and horror movies and drinking Bloody Marys, which is kind of like a subtext. Anyways, today on this topic, we're going to be talking about something old and something new. So I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite horror movies. It's kind of a two-parter because I'm going to talk about two movies in one. And then the second one I'm going to be talking about is a new movie that came out that I do think everyone should check out. I'm not, as much as I love horror movies, I do want to kind of do an excerpt here. I am not by any means an expert. I mean, I'm going to fudge up. I'm drinking, so there's that. I will fudge up names. I don't remember cast members. I always will forget who wrote it. I don't remember quotes. I just really love movies. I could watch Pet Sematary literally every day, and I can just tell you, don't go down that road. It's just something that's just what's going to be. So this is more of just like a casual thing. I love your feedback. I love, some comments. I would love anything you want me to talk about. Maybe in future, if this does become something, bring guests on and what have you to be more efficient in the factual nature. But for today, we're just going to have fun and feel it out. So everybody get your candy out. And so for today's episode of Something Old, I'm of course going to talk about one of the classics. And I won't say it's underrated by any means, but I do feel because the face of the movie isn't really the villain, so nobody really puts him up with your Freddy Kruegers or let's say your Michael Myers and Jason Voorheeses of the world. But I do want to talk about Hellraiser, and I can't remember who I bought this from, but it's on Etsy, and it's so cool. So you can literally ask, what's your pleasure? And, put it in the formation. And then look, the chains come out. Isn't that so cool? I adore it. I think it's just one of the coolest props. Oh, and I messed it up. Anyways, so yeah, I'm going to be talking about Hellraiser 1 and then Hellbound Hellraiser 2. And the reason I want to do both movies in one for the something old is because I truly believe, especially in today's world where you can literally watch anything at at your fingertips at home. I think with how well, I think it's because Clive Barker kind of had it written out in his novels, but I truly think that the two movies should be watched, in one sitting these days. It is just so well done. It is literally less than 48 hours. The second movie starts from the first one. So I don't want to give any spoilers away, but I just love Hellraiser so much as a franchise, particularly the first two movies, just because I love this storyline so much. I think that truly the villains are the humans, which is always such a unique take. So everybody, like I said, is very scared of the Cenobites and Pinhead. You've always seen him. He has the needle sticking out of his face, Pinhead, of course. And he's just kind of this figurehead for the movie. And of course, he's, integral. He's so important. But I truly believe that Frank and Julia, and then the second movie, Julia, they are just the villains. And they are probably some of my, Julia in particular, probably my favorite villain of all time. I truly believe it. I think that she is just fantastic, especially as an actress. So the actress who plays Julia is Claire Higgins, and I think she does a phenomenal job. If anybody knows what else she's in, please let me know. I don't think I've seen her in anything else. But she kills it. She absolutely kills it. She just gives me the oozy goozies, and it's like, oh my God, she's just such a villain, like cold heart, and she kills it. So I highly recommend it. The girl who plays Kirsty, she kills it too. And it's funny because she has a boyfriend in the first one and she doesn't in the second, because she makes she does a flub, but it's her as a person, the actress, not the character. So there was a line that she was supposed to say, and or maybe it wasn't a line, but she does something where she just like gets him off her when he's trying to comfort her, and she's like, I don't need you. So they don't put him in the second movie. He's just gone. And I think that's awesome and freaking hilarious that, you know, Kirsty was able to become this like independent badass woman for the second one, all things considered. And I just love it. I think it's, you know, again, I just don't think a lot of people have watched Hellraiser, you know, that have watched the classics. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, you know, I know, of course, in like the horror realm of things, we've all seen Hellraiser and Hellbound. But I do think that people maybe who are just dabbling in it, you know, don't give it a chance because it was too scary when you were younger. And I hear ya. I had nightmares from Pinhead. I just saw that one scene when I was a kid of the walls opening and he's right there. And I just had recurring nightmares of that and recurring nightmares of Chucky. So I get you. I'm there with you. But older you will appreciate this story, I think. The something new is The Lodge. Holy moly. I like don't know what to say, because I feel every single part of this movie is just something that I want you to watch and not reveal. So that's also something that's going to be hard about this movie series, is that I don't want to give anything away, but I want to talk about it so bad. I'll be good, I promise. So, I got a pepper. Okay. So in the beginning of the movie, you meet Alicia Silverstone as a character, which I think that immediately just brings us all in, because who doesn't love Alicia Silverstone? What was that movie she did in the 90s? It was before Clueless, I think. Maybe like Neighbor Crush, something creepy where she was like in love with her parents rented out their like guest home or something, and she was just obsessed with him, and it was just I think that was like, you know, such a cool, I think it's just such a cool full circle that she like kind of started in horror-esque, like thriller, psychological, and now she's in this, and you know, she plays a big role as like as a in the story, but she doesn't really play a role in the story, if that makes sense. But she's phenomenal. Go Alicia Silverstone, and especially being in this movie. And then the kid from It, I think his name is Jaden. I think it rhymed with his name in the movie Aiden. Let's see, is his name? Yeah, Jaden Martell. Okay, sorry, sir, if I messed it up. Or, dude, I don't know, you're younger than me. He does great. And then his co-star who plays his sister, Mia. It's such a unique story, and it's so creepy. It's something that I love just because they don't heavily rely on CGI. It's not something to gross you out like Hereditary. I feel like Hereditary just really just try to get under your skin with disturbing images. Cool. It's not for me, for like a horror movie that I would love. And then I just feel, okay, moving on. Not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about The Lodge. And The Lodge, I just think this story was just so good and so real. I think we're all scared of cults, and it really plays into kind of like the Jones cult story of like drinking the Kool-Aid. Again, I don't want to give too much away. Not that that gives anything away, but that's kind of like the push of the story. So the husband, Alicia Silverstone's husband, splits from her and starts dating this girl after he documents her father, who was a religious zealot of a cult. And they all, you know, drank the juice and and went to bed, and she was supposed to be the one to stay behind to like pass on the message, and she's the one who like filmed everybody in, you know, dead and sacrificed, what have you, from drinking the juice. And it's just so creepy, the footage that they did, and then kind of the storyline of the kids having to adjust that their dad moved on from their mom, and now they have this young, you know, woman in their house that wants to like be their mom and their friend, and, you know, kind of trying to force herself in. It's just like all too soon, 'cause, you know, again, I don't want to ruin the beginning or end, but it is so well done. And it's just like one of those things where it's like the dad's so stupid. He's like, hey, let's all go on holiday in an isolated place and get to know each other, you know, just like as a new family, because that's smart and that's healthy, you know, pushing your kids to like be isolated with this woman that they don't like, and who's probably super fragile from her, you know, child, like her whole life is just trauma. Oh my God. So yeah, again, such a cool and good movie. And I think it's just a really creative new storyline. You know, I'm just so over the gore factor of things, trying to just shock you with disturbing images. And I'm about it for like certain movies, but you know, this one is just so creative, and I think that's awesome. So yeah, those are my something old and something new. For future episodes, I'm going to be asking you guys for, you know, please send me messages. I'm a Nerdberg, ANERDBERG on Instagram. Please follow me and message me any kind of, if you hated what I said, if you hate the movies, if you want me to, you know, watch movies, or if you recommend something for me to talk about. I'm all about it. If you know some really great recipes for, you know, drinks, please let me know. I'm down to try them, and I'm going to give you a shout out on this. And if nobody does, I'm just going to say, you know, I'm going to make things up. I'm going to be like, John Smith made me, you know, told me to make this awesome spooky ookie drink, and thank you. So that's going to be a thing. Don't make me fake, you know, my PayPal. I would love for you guys to reach out to me. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I can't wait to keep talking and keep doing this for you guys and with you guys. And rock on. Happy October. Tonight is October 1st. So 30 days till Halloween, 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 30 days. I don't know why I keep talking. I'm going to stop. Have a great day. Goodbye.